It's a Tuesday. The Tuesday after the debacle. Why is there always a debacle? Why can't we ever just come on and say, the Tuesday after the big win? Said that twice out of the last 8 games. I was doing this, or I was going to finish watching the A-Team, the movie. And I think I've seen it like 900 times. So I decided I better come on here and do this. Said, my friend, what's going on? Timmy! At least we locked in all the talent with all we got all the contracts rolling in. We're good. We got 43 contracts, 203 million against a cap of 208. You only need 53 players. So we just take that 5 million, divide it up between the other 10, not to mention the rookie salary cap, not to mention a bunch of other stuff. But we'll be fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. Oh, what's that? Hold on. What's that? Hold on. Getting something in my headphones. Joe Judge is full of shit. Oh, yeah, there we go. My headphones are working clearly. Oh, my goodness. They overvalue everything. I've already said that a million times. The Bose is massively overpriced. I know the Bose are massive. I don't have Bose. I have these fancy dancy ones. They're got them as a gift. They're very expensive. They're not Bose. They actually work. What's going on, Alex Sports? Knock, knock. Who's there? Joe Judge, full of shit. Oh, keep saying that out loud. I can't believe that keeps coming out of my mouth. How? Okay, you know what? I'm a stand-up guy. I'm going to do this. Smash mouth, 60-minute fucking football. Excuse me, I can't stop cursing. 60 minutes football. Yeah, that's just the way we are. Discipline. Run some laps. If you're one of the morons that ran laps during FanFest, please unsubscribe. Because I called you a moron then. I'm even going to call you a moron even now. Because you fell for the Joe Judge bullshit. The fish stinks from the head down. You want to know why, Joe? Because you stink. And I said this in my video today. Joe Judge, when he's scripted and he has a chance to think of his psychological answer, and that's what he is. He's scripted. We'll tell you these things. But when he talks off the cuff, that's when he gets himself in trouble. That's when he sits there and goes, well, the headphones haven't worked in any stadium we've been in. Really? This is the first time we've heard about this. No other head coach, no other coach has complained about this. No one else has had a problem with this. But you got a problem every time. That's why you burn your timeouts, because you don't. I got a crazy idea, Joe. Maybe you just don't know what you're doing. A shock. Maybe you just don't get it. Maybe in special teams land, they didn't wear headphones. For you to sit there and have the audacity to insult the intelligence of New York Giant fans by telling them your headphones have not worked in weeks, this is the why you don't know how to call timeouts, that is more of an insult than anything that Pat Shurmur did. And Pat Shurmur was a train wreck. What's up, my paisan? You showed up on time this time. All right, good. Yeah, usually you show up late. I'm not going to yell at anyone today. But how? Do you really? And listen, I am not going to lie. You go on Twitter, the intelligence of certain Giant fans just aren't there. So maybe Joe Judge is playing to that base by sitting there saying, my headphones don't work. My headphones, they're broken. Oh, I got a crazy thing. They've been doing it forever. It's called hand signals. You can still use this. You don't need the headphones. It's great. You can call in plays. I always think of the scene from The Replacements with Keanu Reeves and the guy that's supposed to be, he's not really deaf, but he's the tight end who's deaf. And they're in the bar, and Martell comes in and picks the fight with the deaf guy. And the deaf guy sits there, and uses sign language and goes, he's basically calling him an asshole. He's like, you are an asshole. That's Joe Judge. You think we're stupid. You think we're stupid as fans. And that's what you believe. that you could say anything to us, and we will sit there and go, wow, the headphones didn't work. In any stadium you've been in, it would have been work. It wouldn't have been as bad if he would have sat there and said they didn't work in Kansas City. No, his theory was they haven't worked anywhere. And then my thought process was, did they work in MetLife? What's up? Thank you for the super chat. You get your latest updates from your headsets. Yeah, hold on. Morse code. Joe Judge. Fool. He should be fired. Hated him from the minute they hired him. You get your latest updates from your headsets. Yeah, they're coming from the headsets. You didn't know this? It's a really good one. I didn't think about that. Yeah, you can just come in from the headsets. You don't have a software update or anything through the system, but that's okay. That's okay. What's up, Zach? Thank you for super chat. Joe Judge's worst politician is worse than he is worse than a politician. You know what? I would rather hear a politician than Joe Judge. I would rather hear someone tell me how they're going to save my money and they steal my money more than I want to hear from Joe Judge. You know what I want to hear from Joe Judge? I'm sorry, I don't understand football. I'm sorry, I'm a special teams coach who took the job he probably shouldn't have taken. But of course, who would pass up that job? Who would pass up the job for the Giants if they were offered the job? And I've said this a million times. The Giants used to be a destination. You'd want to coach in New York. You had the Lakers. You got the Rangers in hockey. You got the Yankees. You had the Giants. Nobody wants to come to New York because we're a clown show. We're a 2-6 clown show. Thank you, Joey. Thank you for super chat. I'm refunding my Giants tickets ASAP. I wish you could. Can you? Can you refund them? I would like to have the last 10 years back. I wonder if you can refund your tickets. Can you refund your tickets? I would like to have the last 10 years back from this team. I was young when this team was good. No, it wasn't. I was old. I was even old back then. But I'm tired. I'm tired of us basically being chicken shit. We don't want to do anything that sits there and goes against the norm of the Giant way. The Giant way doesn't work anymore. You know what works? Your scouting department not overvaluating the talent that we have. You having the ability to draft and then hold on to that talent and to help build and cultivate that talent. For 2 years, I have screamed. We are more than that, actually. We are drafting talent that is projected talent over immediate talent. Talent that may be good in 3 to 5 years, but is not talent that's going to help you win immediately. I was told that I was a fool, that I had no clue what I was talking about. Screamed it from the rooftops. And now the chickens have come home to roost. Because you can't keep doing that and building a roster that way. You have to build a foundation. Willie Gay and Nick Bolton, the 2 linebackers. I did a video about them for the Giants. How they should draft one of these guys. Willie Gay Jr. That's his father. Former defensive back of the Lions. Nick Bolton. I begged for the Giants. I begged for them to draft this guy. Any of these 2 guys. Because you can't keep doing what we do, which is stupidity, which is not fixing problems that we have. You can have all the faith you want in the offensive line. You can have all the faith in the world. But here's the problem. When teams outside of New York look at the New York Giants and see the offensive line, everyone thought this was a mess. Teams, analysts, everyone thought it was a mess. Giant organization didn't. We have no clue how to draft linebackers anymore. I always extol the virtues of, going back to 86. Because the 86 linebacking corps, if you looked at it, was one of the greatest linebacking corps probably ever in the history of the sport. Besides the fact that you had Carson, Taylor, Banks, and Reasons, You also had Andy Hedden, Byron Hunt, Steve Diassi, Robbie Jones. These were all guys that could start for other teams. And they were all like 6'3", 6'5", 245. Because we knew George Young knew how to draft. Tim, there's your mistake. You're using your brain. I think I'm going to use my headphones. No, still getting up. No, I'm not getting a signal. Gee, I didn't know headset issue could cause you to challenge it. You know what? That's great point, Saeed. You probably threw the flag because your headphone told you to do it. I'm going to throw this red flag because the headphone told me to do it. There was probably a guy in the parking lot. I could see it now. And they're like, and all of a sudden Joe's like, well, you can't challenge this play. And all of a sudden here in the headphone,
Joe, you could challenge this play. Why don't you go challenge this play?
And then he throws the flag and challenges the play. That's probably what happened to Joe Judge. Either that or it was, well, see, he's so close to Newark, so it was probably.
TWA 427, you're all clear on runway 329er.
And Joe Judge says, I'm going to throw a flag because he should be laying on runway 426. Because he thinks he knows everything. You put him in the airport in the air traffic controller, he'll probably think he knows how to run that. Joe Judge is full of himself just as much as he's full of shit. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. What's up, Jeffrey? I liked Joe Judge. He won me over with no results. Team is sloppy out there, but what a year will do. Remember the change, cheering him to go after the ball in the mud. I love that part of the ball in the mud. Thank you. You know what, Jeffrey? I'm going to talk about this because I've talked about this a million times. Joe Judge was such a hard ass. It was his psychological way to show, I'm just one of the guys. Watch me, we're going to roll around this ball in the mud and show him I could do it as well. The team bought into it so much that Dalvin Tomlinson, when he had the hose and Joe Judge went for the ball, Dalvin Tomlinson watched the video, was shooting him in the face, Joe Judge, with the hose. And now Dalvin Tomlinson's gone. Not saying anything. I don't think any sane person wants to coach in New York in the internet. You know, you might be right. Maybe we should just turn off the internet. Nah, people want to come here, clowns. No, that's the thing. They don't. Mike McCarthy wanted to come here. Ron Rivera wanted to stay as far away as freaking possible. That he went to Washington and took had Dwayne Haskins as his quarterback. Malik Willis. Everyone get on the Malik Willis train right now. The Giant way is beyond outdated. I think it was Mike Lee, because I was jokingly, and I said in my one video that we need to jump into the 20th century. Mike Lee so succinctly put it out that was the 21st century. And that was my joke. We need to jump into the 20th century first because we can't figure out anything else. You would think they would have to overhaul the staff. You would think, but who knows, Saeed? I have no idea why. I mean, they should start with the head down. His dad didn't know how to run a football operation, and neither does he. Wellington was good at running the Giants. Wellington, of course, was the founder of the team. There is the misconception, and Pete Rozelle put this story to bed a million times, and I keep hearing it misquoted a million times, that the NFL made the Giants hire George Young. No, that's not the case. Go read Pete Rozelle's book as well. Wellington went to George Young after the Miracle in the Meadowlands. Wellington went to Pete Rozelle after the Miracle Meadowlands and said, we need someone to fix this team, get it righted. Who can you recommend? And then he recommended George Young, the young George Young, which I love it because if you see George Young back in the days, back in the 70s, he still looked like he was in his 80s. What's the problem with New York? The problem with the New York market, regardless of being good or bad, fans support the teams. We do not show up for games when the NFL says, you know what the problem was, Giants? I'm gonna give you another little tidbit. Back in the old Meadowlands days, the wait list for New York Giants tickets was 50 years. People were willing their spot in the line for Giant tickets to relatives. Now you can go out and get season tickets. Used to be 78,622 fans in the stands at MetLife. At the Meadowlands. Now we can't even get that. True, David. Look at the Knicks having one shit. 76 was, yeah, you're right. Tim, they did. Too bad it was out of the paper mache. I don't know. I'm so far behind. Carson was a beast. Harry Carson, one of my father's favorite players, number 53. Took forever getting the Hall of Fame. But he was a beast. He understood how to play linebacker. And you know what? He was a leader not only on the field, but in the locker room. That's something we don't have. This team has been good since 91. The team has lost, stumbled through optimal, luckily, conditions. So Super Bowls under the Tony Coughlin, they were up and down. They were up and down and very inconsistent, yeah. And we should have probably gone back to Super Bowl in 2008. And I've talked about this ad nauseum. You go into a strip club and you're going to bring a gun. Make sure you're not wearing sweatpants. Strip club etiquette 101. This is why I wish the Giants. I love Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons, 11 tackles. 40 on the season, 2.5 sacks. Kid is a beast and only getting better. David G and Joe Judge are the greatest GM comment in the history of the Giants. You just don't understand. I don't understand a lot of things. Hey, Greg, how's everything over in Sweden? Right? I can't remember if it's Sweden, but you're far away. Stupidest excuse I have ever heard. This is one. Honestly, this is truly one of the dumbest excuses I ever heard. I mismanaged my timeouts because my headsets weren't working. Hold on while I hold my nose and fart so I can clear out my brain. I'm Joe Judge. Maybe that is the question. Does Joe Judge just had to turn the headset on? Well, according to Joe Judge, he invented the headset. I'm just joking. I don't know if he really thought that. Dwayne Haskins would have been a better. No, Dwayne Haskins was not. It was not going to be better in our system. Dwayne Haskins would never have fit into our system. Dwayne Haskins. The biggest problem with Dwayne Haskins is the fact, like I said, he's a lollipop thrower, and you can't have that over in the Meadowlands. Strahan actually was being real on the Manning cast. He was showing frustration, said the Giants should stop throwing 2-yard passes. And you know what's funny? I guess it was who was it? Was it Sterling Sharp? No, what's his name? Shannon Sharp and the other guy. I was watching that show today, and they basically said the same thing, that Daniel Jones doesn't have the it factor. He's not the guy. He doesn't have the it factor. He does nothing to excite anyone. We suck. All right, we're going to end the show on that. We suck because you know what? You're not wrong. You are not wrong. What's up, Joey? Does anyone know what Joge does on the field since they came? I don't know. Maybe he's listening to Katy Perry. Maybe that's what his headphones are tuned into. I don't know. I don't know any Katy Perry songs. I don't even know why I said that. Tim, wait until next week. I am sure Joe will come up with a doozy. I have confidence in him. My question is to Joe Judge. Did he go back and look at the tape to find out that his headphones weren't working? Did he go back and listen? Did he go back and look at the tape first? He's got to examine that first. Judge invented the technology of headphones and the headset. I think he did. That's probably why he doesn't know how to work them. He's like Einstein. Tom Haskins, Dwayne Haskins can't beat out the Ben Bigcorn. He's gonna get a shot. Steve Trask, live pop thrower. Yeah, he is. He actually is. You're right. It's not about blaming number 8, but it's the Giants are going to pay him franchise money. No way, just no way. It is about blaming, and I can't believe you wrote that, Jeffrey. Did someone hack your account? Someone hack your account, man. It is about blaming number 8 because number 8 and even Skip Bayless, and Shannon Sharp, even Skip Bayless pointed it out. He doesn't know how to make the reads. He does think he has the NFL arm. He has the NFL legs. He just doesn't have the rest. And I believe it was Shannon Sharp that said that is a very dangerous combination to have everything else. You have the arm and the legs, but have nothing else. He was a one guy. I'm not going to pick on Dwayne Haskins. I'm not going to pick on him. Time for me to beat this dead horse again. Oh, geez. Leonard Williams has below average, mediocre stats, and fans are saying he's been great. 4 sacks, no pressures, and doesn't play every snap. He doesn't. You know what? You're wrong. He doesn't play any snaps. You're right. He barely plays 80% of the snaps. I made a comment in the video that LT would have stepped up and wrecked that team in the fourth quarter. And people were like, well, and someone wrote back to me, well, if we had LT, yeah, we wouldn't. Yeah, of course. Well, we're paying Leonard Williams LT money. We're paying him Aaron Donald money. He needs to wreck something. Strahan admitted the Giants haven't been good. They haven't been good since 2011. Yes, sir. I am New York, but that's right. I know you live in Sweden. I couldn't remember. I always want to say Switzerland, but it's Sweden. I knew that. I stayed up to watch wretched games. You are a brave fan, my friend. You are a brave fan. I love it because someone even said it best. And I remember who said it to me. Jason Garrett could end up the interim head coach of the Giants. That would be funny. Did you see Peyton's face when Daniels threw the INT? No, I think I was like an idiot. I was watching the game. Remember when they blamed Odell Beckham for everything? I still think they're blaming Odell Beckham. I have a feeling that Odell Beckham hacked into Joe Judge's headset. We suck, point blank. Haven't been 500 since 2006. No point in this. It's a lost season. It is a lost season. Raiders, Bucks, Eagles, and Dolphins. Let's see here. Loss. I can't even say that game is going to be a win anymore. Jalen Hurts has got 10 touchdowns and 5 interceptions? Yeah, I know they put up 44 or whatever on Detroit, but they still put up 44 points. And the Dolphins, I don't know what to say. Someone say something good. Someone say something good. How about that? Joe plays John Madden. Don't we all play John Madden? Don't we all? How long am I going to hear Jones doesn't have the weapons he was back? You know what? That's the problem. He doesn't have the weapons. We should go out and get him a wide receiver. We should go out and draft him a wide receiver. Oh, wait, we did that. You know what, Todd? I'm not saying they won't. Tim, what do you think about Peyton and Eli's reaction? I didn't see it. I have to go back and look. Giants organization, is that Squidward? Giants organization live in a bubble filled with yes men who support the current philosophy. Nothing else is wrong. I love YouTube. This is going to get me in trouble. I love YouTube. You want to know why I love YouTube? I'm going to tell you people why I love YouTube. Because any idiot, such as myself, can come on here and make videos about anything. And it's the same with the people that create content videos for the Giants. Used to watch them, don't watch them anymore. Because you know what? Because I saw some of the dumbest things that I would ever see people say. And you know what? And that's the thing. What we're talking about, it's a bubble. And the problem with the giant YouTube bubble is there's too many people inside the bubble that A, don't know football, B, don't know the Giants, and try to speak like they are the know-it-alls and the pinnacles of knowledge in reference to football. They don't know anything. And then they make these videos and they get people false hope. I had a great comment today because I called Joe Judge a pompous ass. And someone in the comments said, it's funny that you are calling someone a pompous ass because you are a pompous ass. The only problem is you are right most of the time. Because I tell you like it is. I see what I see and I say it. The problem is there's too many people out there that see these things that aren't there because they're trying to get clicks, likes, beeps, and bloops and gloops. I've said that a million times. And I think in some ways, for a younger fan base, because YouTube is a younger person's channel, I think for a younger fan base, they see this, they get hyped up, and they don't get football, and they don't understand why the Giants are where they're at. And then they latch on to someone like Daniel Jones, who if you sit there and look at him subjectively, you can see he does not have the talent level to be a starting NFL quarterback. He will have moments. And I've said this before, you cannot judge a career on moments. You need to judge a career on its totality. And I think that's the biggest problem. Maybe Katy Perry can coach the team. I don't know any Katy Perry songs. I really don't. There's got to be one I must know. If we use one of our first round picks on Malik Willis, what position do you want to take up? I want to go linebacker or edge. See, there should be a plethora of edges in this draft. Season is working out perfectly. They are playing coach, especially bad enough to get everyone fired and secure two top. You know, Paul, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Trying to make sense out of something out is nothing silly and wasted time. Move on from yes. Now, Jeffrey, someone hacked your account earlier. You almost said something nice because I am 100%. I've always been on the Jeffrey train, and I'm going to stay on that train because you know what? He's been right. He's been yelling this and right about this more than I've been right about this because you've been on Daniel Jones longer than I have, and you've been right. And I love it because you probably take more crap than I do about it, but you keep coming back. Eli sunk down in his chairs and gritted his teeth watching Daniel Jones. You know how disappointed and pissed he was that Danny fumbles. I rephrase, his new name is Danny Lock On. Because he just locks onto his target. Payton did not hold back on his... Really, I got to go back and watch it. Tim, as you said, Tim, DJ doesn't have the mental fortitude. Very accurate description. Thank you. What? You better look up okay, Leonard Williams stats, and that's why he is referred to as
King of the almost sack.
But the good thing is he's been getting his sacks. But then now his sacks are...
Hear ye, come one, come all, for it's the king of the covered sack.
And I did look it up. I think last year out of his 10.5 sacks, 6.5 were covered sacks. What do you got up, Slick Rick? I'm slick like Rick, don't miss. Fire Joe Judge and let Jason Garrett take over the rest of the team. You know what's crazy? I thought people were crazy when they said that. I have never been against Jason Garrett. I actually think Jason Garrett and most of the time Patrick Graham are actually two very good coordinators. I think the guy up top with the dead fish is one we got a problem with. To be fair, no way LT hit people. He'd probably throw out the game today. Yeah, it's true. That's true. You want Blake Bortles? Leonard is our salary. Leonard is, we had so much money invested in Leonard Williams. It's not even funny. Remember they got quarterback option play where Jones kept the ball instead of tossing it to the wide open running back. Jones shows the time. He's got an indecisiveness. I said this before. When something is processing through his brain, and Shannon Sharp and then said it again, he's not making the connection. He doesn't see the connection on the field. He'll have his moments. He'll have his 400-yard games, but the only problem is we may be 5-12 during those 400-yard games. I would take Neal or Hamilton, but I'm still going with my man. I'm still going on Malik Willis, man. I'm all aboard. I'm ready to rumble. Let's get this going on with Malik. Because you know what? It's time for
all aboard the Malik Willis Express.
Let's get Malik Willis. Let's end this crap. I love the one person that told me today, well, you know what the problem is? And I got a lot of problems, but I always like when I know what the problem is. You know what the problem is? If Jones is so bad, what team is going to want him? So your theory is because our quarterback sucks, we should keep him. That's why it makes my freaking head hurt. There we go, Davey. What's up, Davey? I've been watching football since 1968. You have some years on me, but I think we can agree that there were many quarterbacks that became Hall of Famers because the system worked for them. I think that's true now. But I think the problem is that the system is not the issue. You can have a fantastic computer, but if you don't have a functioning operating system, sort of like the headphones, in it, it's not going to work. And I think Daniel Jones is like a computer in some ways. I don't think his operating system's connecting to the rest of his. I don't think it's connecting to the keyboard or the mouse or anything else. Just remember how Steve Young was on the Bucs versus. Well, yeah, but that's also the fact that Tampa was a horrid team. Tampa was like a 2-14 team. Steve Young also showed some good games against when he played for the LA Express in the USFL. And then he had a sit course behind Montana. The difference is with Steve Young's a Hall of Famer with talent. If you watch some of the early Buck games, and I actually did, Steve Young, because I was a USFL fan. I was actually a Steve Young fan. Number 8. He showed ability. You're right. Don't be foolish. Pay for Blake Bortles' contract. That's true. What do we got here? Jones might not be great, but he is serviceable. And if he was on a good team, he would be good. Most quarterbacks need pieces around him. He's not serviceable. You know what's funny? Like I said, you can try to convince me all you want. I believe what Shannon Sharp believes. I believe what Kurt Warner pointed out. I believe what Skip Bayless believes. I believe what a majority of scouts outside of New York believe. Malik Willis, to me, he does easily win this job. Chris Sims for GM. I don't think Chris Sims would want to be GM. Chris Sims was in Tampa 2003 during his rookie year. So he was actually a nice guy. Well, that was 2003. He could be a dick now. I don't know. 7 touchdowns, 576 fumbles. That's our franchise quarterback. Da, da, da. If we draft Willis, Jones is getting traded for a donut. You know what I said about Quincy, who had a great game? That and a bag of donuts will get you a Leonard Williams contract. Watching the Manicast was hilarious because Peyton was disgusted by Jones. Even Eli was talking about starting Darren, the wide receiver. I didn't know. I really got to watch this. They both point out the missed pick sixes. Yeah, you know what? It's a different game. I'm afraid we keep DJ for another year as well, and that really scares me. If Mike Glennon was a starter, had Precinct Cedra, we had most of the same results. Jones is not serviceable. 200 yards in a pass. Thank you, Salad Boy. Thank you. 200 yards in a passing, 220-something yards in a passing league. He had 200. Last week, he had 203 yards on 33 attempts. Barely cracking 6 yards. And people always give me, why are you so hung up on 6-yard passing attempt? Because the league average is like 7.5. 7 touchdowns, 8 game, according to Giant fans. He's having to make. He's carrying the team. Da, da, da. I'm Super Daniel Jones. I'm afraid that Malik Willis is going to be a Texan, to be honest. If you want me to be honest about that. Tim, why not wait a year, grab Bryce Young, build up the O-line? Would you love to see Ryan Day coach the Giants? Thoughts? I want a guy to come in here with a pedigree. And I don't know who. I mean, he could be a good coach for the Giants. I don't know. I would love the guy to come here with a pedigree, though. And for a pedigree with successful coaching experience. I would like to poach a coach. You know what? Someone said Jim Harbaugh a couple of weeks ago. And after that Michigan State, that's when Michigan lost to Michigan State. And he dropped down from 7-0 now to 7-1. Maybe throw some money at Jimmy. Why not? He is like I think it was the 4th least sack quarterback in the league right now. So something's going right. We need the Lions to win 6 games. I don't think the Lions are going to win. I don't think they're going to win at all. I think they may go. These Daniel Jones YouTuber videos are way more entertaining when they watch the horror offense. I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't know. You can make any video you want to make. I just make the videos I want to make, and that's why I don't watch YouTube, because of the fact that it boggles the mind, and I think sometimes content creators are doing a disservice to the younger fans because they're not actually pointing out the truth. And like I said, it's all about the likes, the clicks, the boops, and the bloops. That's what they want to get. People always tell me, you could have 10,000 subscribers now if you would just be nice. Yeah, well, you know what? I don't want to be nice. I want to be honest. I love the guy. Like I said, I love the guy that called me a pompous ass. Because I even DM'd him. I said, yes, you called me a pompous ass. But the only thing that I saw out of that entire comment was, but you're always right. I said, I didn't see the first part. I just saw the part that I was always right. And then I tell him I'm more cocky and arrogant than I am pompous. I want Archie Manning. I did see the part of the telecast when Peyton mentioned that his dad's stud fees has gone up. Serviceable means below average and don't want mediocre. I want a quarterback who runs the offense. Useless stats are used by fans who don't understand the technical. Thank you. Logic's finest. It's always logical. I keep kicking something down here. My foot. Hold on, guys. Oh, shit. I was kicking Bigfoot. All right. Daniel Jones sucks. That's an unsolicited opinion by Bigfoot. And I know it's amazingly that Bigfoot sounds just like Baby Saquon. I'll put Bigfoot here on the top of the table. When has there ever been an upper echelon quarterback in either of the New York teams since the Namath days? Phil Simms was good, not great. Well, Phil Simms, you know, he was actually the first Giant quarterback to throw for over 4,000 yards, the first Giant quarterback to lead a team to a Super Bowl. Should have had that second Super Bowl against until he got hurt against Buffalo. So, but you're right, he was never a stud quarterback. You're right, but he was more than serviceable with over 33,000 yards, 199 touchdowns. You know, he should have continued his career in Cleveland when Belichick wanted him after the Giants dumped him. I don't know. I you know what? Someone told me this and I thought I was crazy myself, but that's okay. It's so annoying how the Dolphins linebackers pay attention to strong depth and overlook it. You know what? You got so many guys sitting there in the secondary, but you're right. They don't watch it. They're not looking at anything else. How many times on this channel did we yell, we need an edge? We need two. I even said it. We need two edges and two linebackers. Well, that'd be 2 and 2, not 2 and 2. And I said that, and everyone thought I was crazy. I was screaming for Melvin Ingram and KJ Wright. I want a guy that comes in here and knows what the blank he's doing. Yeah, wish we hired the second coming of. Yeah, you know, and John McVay, he was a bad Giant coach, but his son is awesome. I would like a Bruce Arians type. I don't think he's ever going to leave, but I like a Bruce Arians type. Hard to sack when you aren't in the pocket. What did Gio and Boomer say? Gio and Boomer were going off and making excuses for fandom today. It's 100% accurate. And even though they make excuses and the comments, the video is damaging. Yeah, you know what? You're right. I don't listen to the Gio and Boomer on the Fan. When what's his name retired, Joe Benigno, I stopped listening. The Lions are likely to attack Goff on the field to win 6 wins. Lions aren't getting 6 wins. It's misleading the fans. It is. You know what? That's exactly what it is. And that's what we've been screaming at. All line big will. Most quarterbacks would not succeed here. It's easy to blame Jones for everything. Wait until I don't blame Jones for everything. I don't blame Jones for everything at all. So you're missing the conception, John. I don't blame him for everything at all. I blame him for the fact that he is not progressing in his trade after 3 years. And I'm not going into year 4 to worry about going to a contract year after year 5 and giving this kid $35 million because I don't think he'll be anything. Damn. Sorry. Daniel Jones is the least likely quarterback 6. Yeah, he sucks because of the line. He also sucks because, you know what? And it's amazing that he holds on the ball like the 3rd or 4th longest in the league. But it's all the line's fault. It's the line's fault. Nobody else's fault. If Jason Garrett, is that Frank Sinatra? Yeah, it is Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra, welcome. Have you seen Elvis? If Garrett was a head coach for 8 years, why does he not tell Joe just stop the stupid stuff? You know what? It's Judge's ego. It's Judge's ego. Jason Garrett already saw what they did to Colombo. I think that was more of a power play, to be honest, on the Judge's fault. 12th lead sacked out of 32 teams. There you go. Don't forget the Pro Football. Don't even get me. What? Do you just want me to start talking about Pro Football Focus? Because and like I said, because I like banning people. Everybody knows that. I like banning people. And I have to ban the Pro Football Focus people. I don't want to bump QB. I want a special. You know what? I want a special quarterback. I want a special. Tim, the kinder, gentler YouTuber. God, no. That's, you know, I had to laugh. If I laugh, I choke. I'm the kinder, gentler YouTuber. Someone even goes to me the other day, you have an evil laugh. I'm like, what do you mean? Whatever could you mean? Rich Eisen even mentioned that a lot of Daniel Jones' problems are behind the scope of the weapons, his O-line staring down receivers, batting. You know what? And that's great. That's a good point. Bad instincts. Terrible instincts. Horrid instincts. Yeah, but we build. But you will build your subscriber base over the long term by being honest, unapologetic, and that's what I do, Jaham. I never apologize. You know what? I will admit when I am wrong. I am the first person that said that if Daniel Jones turns out to be the quarterback messiah, I would admit it immediately and suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous misfortune. But I'm also not going to just change my opinion. You have 8 good games in a row, then I'll change an opinion. I was listening to a legendary Giants head coach Bart Parcells' Hall of Fame speech, and his coaches would say exit doors to tell people, the public, it wasn't their fault for their poor play of the team. I found that, actually, it is interesting. I don't remember that. Hire Ozzie Newsome and Eric Bieniemy. Build around Jones. I'm not building around Jones. He can't be like Phil Simms, John. He can't. Phil Simms, coming out of Morehead State, even in the early 80s, was a gutsy quarterback. He stood in that pocket. He hung in there tough. He lost his confidence in 86. He got it back after the Minnesota game with a big catch to Bobby Johnson. And then his career really progressed from there. But he had this. Baby Bigfoot sounds like a genius. Thank you. I appreciate that. Subscribe to Online Big Blue. It's subtle. It's like Baby Saquon. Baby Saquon. See, it's very subtle. It's like my Maximus Decimus Meridius and Batman. I'm Batman. I'm Maximus Decimus Meridius. See, you can't really tell the difference. I mean, you can't tell the difference. It's just so subtle. No, I don't want Jay Gruden. Rebuild going on 10 years. You might become Frank Sinatra. You might come back to life by the time the Giants are good. I can't believe the media is still saying how we can elevate number 8. How much time does it take to elevate a player? How long? Everything around this player, this has been perfect, right? It's got to be perfect. You're right. That's the thing. It's got to be perfect. Question. All right. Question. Who's better quarterback? Forget their stats. Haas or Phil Simms? Phil Simms. Haas lost his job after the Super Bowl. If anyone remembers that New England game, week 16 in the 1990 season, there's nothing special there. Haas just had a good run. Phil Simms' biggest issue was injuries. And then the fact that he got benched for Scott Brenner in 83. I mean, even Bill Parcells says that almost got him fired. That and listening to other people. Jim Harbaugh, we need total control, but we'll build a play. If Jim Harbaugh needs total control of the New York Giants, I will sign the check. Well, I don't have any money to give him, but the offensive line struggle. It's not even that the offensive line is. It's not even the offensive line is struggling. The biggest issue is the fact that he's not calculating what's on the field. I need a cough drop. I'm just pretending it's Chaw. Being cool. I wish Gettleman would let Ben draft Mahomes. Yeah, if he would have drafted him, I don't. Yeah, because Mahomes is a generational talent. Tim, you are lying. You are a big Moose and Maggie fan. I liked it when the other guy was on with Bart Scott. I liked the Bart Scott thing. I could live with the interceptions as long as he was. Phil Simms threw 21 touchdowns to 22 interceptions. And we still got it into the playoffs because you played good defense. And he connected at the right time. I think John Dorsey would be a great GM to replace. I don't know if Dorsey would want the job, to be honest. That's actually a very interesting name. Jones needs to make a leap this year. He just needs to take a step. What's the difference between John Mayer and my brother? Oh God, my brother knows when to take out my trash and when to cancel. Hold on a minute. That deserves a. Hold on, it's gonna be late, but hold on, it's gonna be late. Hey-oh. No, I don't want Jim Tressel. I don't want a college coach. Ooh. Yeah, Eli was having a big year. I mean, Phil was having a big year in 92 when he got hurt. Ooh, Phil Simms or Eli Manning? That's a good question. One big game, I'm taking Eli. One drive, I'm also taking Eli. Too much he has to work on. Number 8 is spec. You know what? That's the thing. 3 years into being drafted 6th overall, you shouldn't still be working on stuff. Can I work it? We can't run the ball. Why don't we draft number 3 and 5 running back? Unfortunately, Saquon can't stand the field. Booker actually had a good game. I'm not going to say we can't run the ball. Booker had a good game. Quarterback has poor vision and can't create. Yeah, he can't create more than for himself. Yeah, he doesn't fit our team, nor is he good enough in the first place. I said it before. Daniel Jones is a quarterback who cannot create his own shot. I mean, excuse me, he's running. He's a point guard who can't create his own shot. DK wants 10 minutes to throw, cut him and see who takes him. Cut him. I'll cut him. You want me to do it? I got no problem with cutting Daniel Jones. Funny when people said Daniel has no times to throw, but he does have the times that he can't throw accurately. You know what? That's the thing, Alex. The big pass. I mean, he still threw. And I go back to the game 2 weeks ago. He had Darius Slayton on the sideline. He threw it on his inside shoulder instead of his outside shoulder. He throws it on the outside shoulder. It's a touchdown. That is something you need to learn. What's up, Bear 315? Thank you for the super chat. I agree. We need another quarterback. Jones isn't it, but I think we're going to be stuck with him. I think so too for another year. I think this is going to draft the O-line. Merritt isn't ready to give him up on him. I agree. It's a similar Eli and the same head coach. That's why we're drafting Malik Willis. And of course, all super chats go to the Philadelphia Children's Hospital. Got to throw that out there. But I think we're going to, Bear, I want to say I'm wrong. That I want to say you're wrong that we're not going to be stuck with him another year. Here's the only way I feel like we're not going to be stuck with him for another year. Here's my thought process. You fire Gettleman. Gettleman's gone. Let's say we don't win a game the rest of the season. You fire Joe Judge. You're going to have to come in here with the general manager that's going to want to have Daniel Jones. Let's also say that Joe Judge stays. What quality general manager is going to want to come in here and be told you have to have Joe Judge and you have to have Daniel Jones? I wouldn't want to take that job. I wouldn't. And we keep drafting O-linemen. How many times can you keep drafting the same position and missing? We need a Kareem McKenzie. Similar to Eli in the same. Yeah, I agree. Booker balled out. Booker did. Booker played well last night. Repeating the first 3 times, you're not equal to 3 years of experience. You're right. You're right. Then I'm gonna have a doctorate. That was funny. Every player in the NFL is athletic. There are professionals. You don't have the mental tools to be a good quarterback. You're right. You know what? You're not wrong about that. You are 100% right about that. What do we got here? 202 yards passing against a team who's giving up 404 yards per game and a team that's giving up averages 30 points a game. Let the defense down, but the people quick to jump on the defense. You're right. You're not wrong. Who do you want as a head coach? I want me because I'm awesome. Who do I want as a head? I want, and I like I said, I don't have a name. I said Jim Harbaugh, but you know what the thing is? I want someone in here with a pedigree. I don't want a special teams coach. I don't want to give a failed head coach a second shot. I don't want to give an unknown a second shot, a shot. I want someone with a pedigree. I wanted what's his name, Mike McCarthy. If we were able to stick with Jones, which I hope not, okay, we need Manning brothers to hammer the read. You know what the problem is? Eli Manning, if you watched him come into the league, And I said this before, in 2004, Kurt Warner just kept taking sack after sack after sack after sack after sack because he never got rid of the ball because he never processed the play. Eli Manning came in with a playing behind a bad offensive line. Sack total went down because he was able to make the pre-snap adjustments as a rookie and dump the pass off, so he was not taking the sacks. And that's something you cannot teach. I'd be surprised if we drafted Willis. I don't think we're going to draft Malik Willis. I don't. I hope we would draft someone like Malik Willis because to me, he's got the it factor. You watch his games at Liberty. He plays above his talent level. That's on the field. And that's what you want. Daniel Jones never did that at Duke. Who was it that went to Duke that left me a comment that was basically saying that it was maddening watching him play at Duke because you wanted him to progress as well. I forgot who said that. That was a great comment. Hey, Zachary, what do we got here? Is Joe Judge the worst head coach? No, Joe Judge is not the worst host. John McVay is one of the worst head coaches. Ray Hanley, you got to throw up Hanley up there. Armsberger is up there. I know people are like, who the hell are these people you're talking about? But Joe Judge is not the worst coach in Giants history. Ray Hanley took a Super Bowl team and wrecked it. I mean, you got to look at that one. There you go, Joey. Again, all super chats go to the Philadelphia Children's Hospital. Did you see OBJ's dad post about him being missed by Baker? We need him back this time. You know what's funny? I thought he was going to get traded, OBJ. I did see that. And that's embarrassing to have your father basically call out your team. But you know what? He's not there's just not a connection between him and Baker Mayfield the way it was between him and Eli Manning. And plus OBJ now is 29. You're not going to get the OBJ from 14, 15. You're going to get this older version, but I think he's still got something in the tank. That's embarrassing though for your dad to call out the team. I feel kind of bad for OBJ. I really do. I don't think they sent him to Cleveland to be mean. I think they sent him to Cleveland because it was the best deal they could get. Jim Harbaugh is a college coach too. Yes, he is. But he also coached the 49ers. And I think we worked out that pretty well. Thank you for not sucking Daniel Jones like everyone else does. Well, I think that was when he throws one touchdown and 300 yards in me. You know what? I want Daniel, and I've said this a bazillion times. I want Daniel Jones to be successful. Because if he's successful, then the Giants are successful. If he's not successful, then the team is not successful. But I'm not going to sit there and just see one game and go, "Ooh." I've said before, 7 games, 8 games. I'll take 5 games in a row. Oh no, I know his dad posted that, not him. Ray Hanley. A coach who is a good quarterback in his day would be great for this team. I don't know, because you're going to have to, it depends on what kind of quarterback we're getting. I can sense the Texans go for D. Watson Lee. Yeah, you know, I see it too. I see the Texans going for Malik. Malik would be something else, man. I'm telling you. Ray Hanley. I'm with Ray Hanley on that one. At Duke, he never had the talent. I feel like that's why they took him. I don't know. Ray Hanley, the doo-doo. Yeah, but the doo-doo went 11-5, made the playoffs. And we don't have those 2 drop touchdowns in the first quarter between Shepard and Beckham. That could be a different game. He is playing with a bad shoulder, OBJ. You got to give him credit for that, man. So is, what's his name? So is Baker Mayfield. OBJ should have pushed for a trade. He was sent to, I don't think they sent him. I think that was the best deal they got. I don't think it was anything malicious. Eli's the one who made OBJ special. I think OBJ was special, but I think the combination of Eli to OBJ was special. Even Duke fans were saying he was thank you. I knew someone told me this. I don't know Untold Stories if it was you. I knew someone told me about this because they were a Duke fan and they were always waiting for him to do something. It was the Senior Bowl that sold Dave Gilman on DJ. I'm thinking about going to the Senior Bowl this year. I'm thinking about coming out of retirement. Oh, even that hurts. Oh, my God, that hurt. What are some fans are forcing us to like number 8? For the same fans that don't understand why paying in franchise, it's not worth it. Hold on, man. What do we got here? I don't know where my DJ. We still got to give away the toilet paper. Toilet paper giveaway. It's 2-ply. It's Charmin. It's not as soft as Charmin, but it's full of shit. Oh, I shouldn't be so mean to Daniel Jones. I want to ask Duke fans who was better, Dave Brown or Daniel Jones. I don't even want to know that question, to be honest. At least Jones wasn't a supplemental pick. Yeah, he did cost us a first round pick the next year. Can you detail the exploits of Ray Hanley? I've never heard anything about this. Ray Hanley took over Bill Parcells, and Ray Hanley started the Hoss over Phil Simms, and it just kind of wrecked the locker room and just went downhill from there. And he just was not a very good coach. Who do you want the Giants to draft with both picks? I want Malik Willis, and I want an edge. You better watch it, Jeffrey. I'm sending the 2-ply to you. I'm sending it over to you. Hurts or Daniel? You know what's funny? Jalen Hurts has not played poorly, and he's got 10 touchdowns. And he's got his team is 3-5. OBJ was special. Yeah, he was. If you can't see that, you don't know what you're looking. He's got separation, yards to catch, phenomenal. The antics you can't win. You know what? I never thought the antics were that bad with OBJ. The net thing was stupid. I agree. Everything, but there was everything bad. I mean, he kind of got crazy when he got his contract. He destroyed the team. Dave Brown's finest. Actually, Dave Brown went 9-6. He got benched, but yes, he did have a winning record. Toilet paper? No, don't send it to me. Come on, Jeffrey. Come on. You know you want it. you know you want to wear it. It's okay. You don't have to hide. You don't have to be embarrassed. You know you want to wipe your ass with this. Everyone else does, because he's wiping his ass with the entire league. This guy. Oh man, Jeffrey, man. Jeffrey, you know what? You have to be one of the happiest people like on social media or Twitter, because you've been right all along. You have been right. You have been vilified, and I know. I mean, I don't see you on. I mean, you probably go to other channels too, of course, but I don't see you on those other channels. But I guarantee you have been vilified for your stance on Daniel Jones. But you have been always rock solid and consistent with your opinion because of the fact that you see with your eyes. So I hope people are apologizing to you, because I know they'll never apologize to me. There wasn't anything bad. The Giants don't like loud players. We miss a stupid. Yeah, you know what? It's true. We really don't. If you're loud and you're boisterous, you do get gone. Do you think Jason Garrett should have been head coach? I don't think he should have been the head coach. I don't think so. They were never going to do that after he got fired from Dallas. Everything was going on with Dallas. Jalen Hurts, 4 interceptions. Okay. I thought he had 5. Let OBJ piss himself in the play. Yeah, he screwed himself in the playoff games. Alex, I'll take 5 of those toilet paper jerseys. There you go. Okay, we are giving away the toilet paper jersey. The Daniel Jones toilet paper jersey. You know, you could pass it around. Let's see. Hire Garrett. It won't hurt anyone. I'm curious. He's always smiling. You know what? This guy enjoys his job. Jones is a better arm than Dak. Dak is a way better quarterback. I don't think he has a better arm than Dak, to be honest. I really don't. I'll get some type of rash wearing the jersey. I'm over the Giants. Get a damn good quarterback one day. I know. I bought the jersey, and I'm always afraid that it's gonna. That's why I don't wear it anymore. I'm afraid something's gonna happen. I should give away the jersey tonight. I don't know how, but I should give away the jersey tonight. I'm thinking about it here. All this would have been happened if we would just let Gettleman and Shermer do the same thing that Reese and Coughlin did. This time they would get fired Gettleman and the whole damn staff. You're not wrong. I don't think you're wrong. People are also mad at me for not trading anyone today. I always said that Gettleman conceding because he's very similar thing to Carolina did before Jerry Rick. You know, that's the thing. You know what the point about I didn't think they were going to trade anyone today. And I said this for weeks now. I don't think they were getting rid of Evan Ingram because the compensatory pick is probably going to be higher to win than what you are going to get for him on the open market. And I didn't think they were going to get rid of Darius Slayton because they were going to use the injury factor between all the wide receivers. It's just another stand pat Giants. All this wouldn't happen if they would just let Gettleman and Shermer. I did that one. What do you got here, Frankie? Yes. First few years. 6-10, 24-17, 24-18, 24-17. Hall of Fame. Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. Eli's a Hall of Famer. But you see a progression here. 6-9, 24-7, 24-8. And what happened this year right here? This 23-20. I'm just curious. What happened that year? He is a Hall of Famer. Because Eli Manning was money when it was time. I'll take the jersey. I don't have a Giants jersey. Well, Davey, I can't. I gotta give. I can't just give it away. You gotta win the jersey. I gotta win the jersey somehow. When Daniel Jones and the Judge, every Duke fan I knew was excited because they didn't want to deal with inconsistency anymore. Hey-oh. But seriously, folks, Jim Caldwell. I don't know if he'd want to come back to coaching. I mean, is he still in the league? I don't know. A lot of us knew something wasn't great when they chose number 8 at draft, but he wasn't trying to force it and make everything. Yeah, I was the same way. I wanted Josh Allen, the lineman, the defensive lineman / linebacker. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see here. Giants went downhill when they didn't get rid of Eli. Yeah. No, I don't think they should. I don't think they should. Eli was, you might not be wrong. Is that a green screen? No, that's not a green screen. It's my basement. If you guys just hold on a second, I'm just going to run upstairs to the attic real quick. Oh, here I got made it to the attic. Of course, there's a green screen. Of course it is. Jay, thank you, Joey. All super chats go to the Philadelphia Children's Hospital. Eli was a menace in the fourth. You know what? That's the thing about Eli. And I said that today, Joey. Eli Manning got the ball with under 2 minutes left, even with one timeout in the fourth quarter, especially the first 10 years of his career. You knew that you were getting 6. You knew you were making the comeback. And we talked about it ad nauseum with Pat Shermer. The Giants had the lead in 5 games going in to under 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The defense lost 4 of those games. Even then, towards the end with Eli, he was money. There's always that player in like basketball that's always just money. And that's what Eli was in the fourth quarter. What are Giants fans saying? Hold on. Giants fans are saying, well, Mahomes sucked too. Yeah, when you get 3 straight AFC championships. Yeah, I said the same thing today. I would like my quarterback to suck, going back-to-back Super Bowls, winning 1, league MVP. You're allowed to suck for a couple of games. It's okay. Eli started Manningham on 30-15 against the Rams in the championship. Super underrated. You know what? And a lot of players do not, and I've mentioned that. See, how many times have I mentioned that San Francisco game? How many times have I mentioned that game? People are right. You forget about that throw. You forget about that throw. You want to go to the beach? You know what? Hold on. Let's see if I can go to the beach. What kind of beach do we want to go to? We want the wintering sands of the beach. There we go. Wait a minute. Well, I can't go to the beach. I don't think I got a background. Let's see here. Don't they just have like images? Tropical. Yeah, man. We red striping, man. Let's see here. Hold on. What do we got here? You know, it's going to let me do this. And it's 359. Okay, hold on. You want to go to the beach? Hold on. We'll go to the beach. We'll go to the beach. You know what? You guys ask, I will take you to where you want to go. People are like, this is boring. I don't want to watch him do this. I'm going to change the channel. Someone wants to go to the beach. We're going to the beach. Aloha. Welcome. There you go. Damn. We're green. We're at the beach now. Gonna get my tan on. Jones Beach. No. We're in the tropics now, guys. I hope you appreciated going to the beach because you know what? Actually, I kind of like the beach right now. Whoa. Play Escape by Rupert Holmes. I can't do Hawaii. We're gonna go Hawaii. Tim is wearing a hoodie on the beach. I'm wearing a Giants hoodie on the beach. Look, see? Gee. It's actually not Giants, it's a Gap. Oh my God. Damian Jackson, you know what? I appreciate that. I'm actually enjoying being on the beach right now. Oh, this is actually kind of nice. I feel calm now. I feel like I'm in an Elvis movie. I feel like I'm in Blue Hawaii. In Blue Hawaii. Oh my God. What do we got here? Is there that is as close as DJ is gonna get to the Pro Bowl? Anyone remember Wayne's World? Should I put up the Delaware sign when they were Chroma King? And they go, hi, we're in Delaware. Mike Lee probably knows that. After all losing at some point, when we win to feel when we win. Okay. When we win, we will be, you know what? You're not wrong. I loved them living in Miami. Yeah, it does. But you know, that's a different beach. Mike Lee knows that. That's a different beach. You just head down the causeway. How many tickets did you ever get on the causeway? I always just tell people you should have a basket and I'll throw my tickets into the causeway. Well, going to Rio. When my baby smiles at me, I go to Rio de Janeiro. Every excuse that DJ Levers will give him will have to apply to Mike White as well. Only difference is White overcame the O-line and wide receivers. Yeah, you know what? Mike White throws up 400 yards after never playing. What we got here? Drop everyone on the coaching staff. Clean house. Yep, I agree. Amongst the players, keep Tony, Azio Jalari, McKinney, and Thomas. Everyone else can get chipped out along with DJ. I'm down with that. Sign me up. Where can I sign? You think the Giants are bad now? Wait until John Mara hires Freddie Kitchens. Oh, why did you say that? Why did you say that? Why would you go there with that one? DJ is a game manager at best. We need a monitor. Yes, thank you, Isaiah Rodgers. You probably missed the first hour. Yes. Malik Willis. We need a modern offense. You want to do the read pass option? Great. Do it with a kid that can actually do it. Too bad we can't have Scooby-Doo in. It was funny. I did a podcast today and I actually did Scooby-Doo. Because we were talking about how, you know, not getting haircuts and he looked like Shaggy. And I told my friend, I said, you know, the one thing I wanted to say was, I was waiting for you to say, I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling kids. Let's see. Give me some pocket for Ingram for real. What do we got here? Tim, come to Samoa. The beaches over there is peaceful and beautiful. Never been to Samoa. I would like to go to Samoa. And so that's probably one place on my destination list. I've been to a lot of places around the world. I haven't been to Samoa, though. Yes, Isaiah Rodgers, if you are not on the Malik Willis train, I'm going to help you.
All aboard the Malik Willis Express.
Let's go. Ruh-oh. Giants, ruh-oh. We need some Scooby snacks. Tim said the iconic line from Scooby-Doo. Because that is the iconic line. I would have got that's what Daniel Jones is sitting here too. That's what he said. I would have gotten away with it too. It wasn't for those damn meddling kids. And the dog too. Honestly, I don't think Joe Judge wants DJ as quarterback, but believe me, you know what? That's actually a very interesting question. That's actually an interesting question. I don't know if he does want him. I'm assuming he does. I don't disagree. I think Nevada 1 to 2 million max. Really? That's right. Rolling up on the rails on the Malik Willis train. You got to do a little Ozzy. I always think every time with Ozzy now, I always think is the dog, the bounty hunter. What's your number? I want to call right now. I don't know what my number is. 8675309. Jenny, I got your number. LeVar, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a while. Not doing a call-in show tonight. We're gonna, you know what? We may do a call-in show this weekend. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's going well with you, LeVar. Wake me when Jones throws a 5 yards, 5 touchdowns, good 40%. Release him now. Oh my God. I'm late. We fixed the Mark. You missed it. We fixed the Giants. We've bent the time space continuum. We had an appearance via Bigfoot. Hi, Mark, you're late. And we learned that I know useless Scooby-Doo trivia. Serves you for being late. Now you got me Wayne's World stuck in my head now. Now I've got to go watch Wayne's World. Although unlikely, if we could get a top 3 pick, take Willis, and the Bears suck enough we can get a high pick and get in. I don't think that's crazy, though. I don't. I think we could. DJ, I would have gotten away with it. DJ, I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for that meddling quarterback vision. It's the quarterback cone. DJ needs a quarterback cone for Madden. Well, we trade our number 1 picks for Big Ben. We'll trade all of them for Big Ben. Don't say that. The problem is a young quarterback does not work out with a rookie head coach. Yeah, in some ways you're right. In some ways you're not wrong. Daniel, he doesn't have a noodle arm. He's got a good arm. He's got a good arm. He's got good legs. But it's just he just doesn't have anything else between that. 1877 cars for kids. KIARS cars for kids. I'm tired. LeVar, we need to yeah, you know what, LeVar? LeVar, hit me up on the email. Hit me up at onlineBigBlue@gmail.com. onlineBigBlue@gmail.com. If you're available, maybe we can have you on this weekend on the Sunday stream. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to call in, people, maybe we'll do a call in. It's onlineBigBlue@gmail.com. Send me an email if you want to call in. I like to screen my calls ahead of time. Except LeVar is just so awesome. He was actually one of the first call-in people we did. What's going on, Jacob? How you doing, my friend? Sean McVay is a good coach. Yes, he is. He's a very good coach. Joe Judge will be a top 5 coach once he fixes the headset and looks at the tape. He's got to look at the tape to fix the headset. Ha-ha. There's a gleam, man. There's a gleam. Just not here. I think either way, we should be able to trade 2 number 1s to get Willis. I don't think they would do that. I don't honestly, if they're, well, you know what? It depends on where the number 1 picks are, but I don't think they're going to do that. I wish they would, though. What do we got here? DJ stands as receiver so much they already know who he's throwing the ball. Oh my God, go through your progressions. Even if it's a little more time, it clears a stare down the target. Yes, and that's why I've been calling it red striping for, I don't know, 6 weeks now, a year now. Because watch the top of his helmet. Watch that stripe. Because he'll go one focus, one area, and the stripe will never move. Not difficult to figure out where you're going to go with the ball. Collins might go off the rails quick. That's why I screen ahead of time. Come on, Mark. You know you want to call in. Who doesn't want to talk to me? In my 3 levels of awesomeness. I have a YouTube channel. That's how you know I'm awesome. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm the cream of the crop. I rise to the top. Oh my God. I could just rap. Can we just rap? Can we just not talk about the Giants and just rap? I used to live downtown, 120 Ninth Street, convict. Everything's upbeat. Parties, ball in the park, nothing but girls after dark. Daniel Jones can't be a superstar. I had to see that one. You need to give him more time. Wait, if he goes somewhere and wins, you guys are haters. I don't care if he goes somewhere and wins. I will get my Isaac money. I'll get the Isaac Yiadom bus money we raised at $6.78, and I'll give it to Daniel Jones. I hope he goes, and I wish him well. Odds Merritt doesn't fire Gellum at the end of the season. If he doesn't fire Merritt at the end of the season, then I'm going to be go be an Arizona Cardinals fan. Tim, which edge would you want to draft? Ooh, I kind of like Hutchinson. It's been 3 years. Why do people want to give him more time? Well, it's only been 3 years. We're on a 6-year plan. We're only halfway into a 6-year plan. At a game in 1980, their stadium was Madden was Parcells was on the hot seat, priceless. Oh my God. You know what, Frank? Was that the Rutledge game? Was that and it wasn't the Monday night game, but I actually remember that. I actually remember that. He can't until he blows the timing process. Oh God, we're going downhill quick. We're going downhill quick. Think the Giants fire Gellman before the season ends? No, they're not. Unless there's a total implosion and they need a scapegoat and they get rid of Garrett, that's the only way they're going to get rid of him. I don't know who doesn't want to talk to you, Joe. Me and Joe Judge, man, we're pals. Spitting hot fire. Okay. Can I spit hot fire? I don't know how to do that. Jones isn't going anywhere. No, he's not going anywhere. He's not going to go anywhere until he's not going anywhere until next year. It's not 3 years if he repeats the first 3 years more than 2. Mike, you've already used that joke. Come up with a new one. That's a good one, though. A good quarterback gets better every year. Daniel Jones' game is his best his first season. After his third game in years. Yeah, and then we've talked about this. A good quarterback, he maturates. He moves forward. You want to talk about Josh Allen? Josh Allen made a progression every year. Daniel Jones just does not make that progression. Oh, Damon, thank you for the super chat. Okay, DJ, actually a leader because at no point have I thought the team or fan base would actually brought him into him. Okay, DJ, actually a leader because at no point I thought this team or fan base would ever actually brought into. I never bought into Daniel Jones. I never bought into Daniel Jones. I bought the Daniel Jones Cool Rush jersey my first year because I always buy a rookie jersey. I remember the 24 hours before the draft. I remember ESPN said it, and they said that Daniel Jones, there's a surprise team that could take him in the top 10. And I sat there and I said, no, please don't beat the Giants. And I don't think Daniel Jones is a leader. I think Eli led with this calm demeanor. He led with the Eazy-E thing. And it took the Strahan kind of cajoling in 2007 to move Eli more into a forefront of the leadership role. And the thing with Eli was, even when everything went crazy around him, Eli always had it under control. And I think that's the problem. I want to buy a Giants jersey. Who do I get? I'm selling it $24.99. and I'll even throw in $23.99 so you can buy it. Say we got rid of Daniel Jones. What quarterback you bringing in? I'm bringing in Malik Willis.
All aboard the Malik Willis Express.
You can't spell Malik. Yeah, you can't spell elite without Eli. With Eli, you're right. Fans who are 30 and under have only seen this is actually a great point because I've said this. They don't know what a below average quarterback. I said this a million times. If your point of reference is just Eli Manning, you're screwed as a Giant fan because you don't know anything else. You don't know the Craig Morton days or the Scott Bruners or the Jeff Rutledges or the Kent Grahams or the Danny Cannells or, you don't know any of those guys. It is the Malik Willis hype train. I am not going to lie. When Malik Willis is balling out in this league next year, everyone's going to be like, Tim said it first. Does Malik Willis start right away? No. I don't think you can play. I don't think you can. He's raw. I think he will play within the first 6 weeks. ESPN ranked George Jones has taken a time out. Wait, hold on. We're going to wrap this up because I'm tired. ESPN reporting Joe Judge is taking a timeout in advance of next week's game. Or should we do the
How dare you question Joe Judge?
You got to have the how dare you question Joe Judge in there, son. We haven't played it all day. Kerry Collins was a good Giant quarterback. Once took him to the Super Bowl. Daniel Jones was such a reach. I know all of us Giant fans are like, who the hell is that? I thought the Knicks GM became the Giants GM for a minute. They might have been the Giants GM. That was a Rolando Blackman pick. Where's Armando? Where's Armando, man? Who knows Armando? Someone got to call Armando and tell him to get in here because I got to go to bed. We have not seen Armando all night. I miss Armando. Hello, I am Armando. I like how Deion Sanders defended Eli. Yeah, he did. He used to defend Eli Manning. Yeah, he will come slowly like Malik's will run wild. Once Malik Willis gets it under his feet, man, he's gonna be something else. Double easy. Where have you been? Do you know where Armando is? Go get Armando. Double easy. We're getting ready to wrap this up, man. I'm already 20. I waited 21 minutes for you to show up. You know I leave at 10. I only stream for an hour. Even I don't want to hear myself talk for an hour. 1983 Cowboys, when they lost, some were all mad and were calling the game right behind me. Everyone hated Parcells. So we needed to be patient. I remember him doing. I remember the chant. I just couldn't remember what game it was. Also, Blaine Garrett, like Carson Trubisky. I'm very upset with Armand. I'm very upset now. Double easy came in late. Malik Willis is Lamar Jackson hype. Dematic scramble. Yeah, he is. I think he is. I really do think he is. I'm feeling okay, my friend. That's why I got to check out a little early tonight. I'm a little worn down today. Tell you, man, this thing was kicking my tookish. But you know what? You got to keep plowing on. Can we bury Pro Football Focus once and for all useless stats? We should, but we're not going to. I appreciate that, Double Easy. I appreciate it, my friend. Hey, Tim, I'm jealous. Who is Armando? Armando is Armando is a guy that comes on the show, and his name is Armando. So I just love the name Armando. So I always tell him, I'm going to be Armando from now on. So I always tell him, oh, no, my name is Armando. And then he always calls me Armando. You don't know me anything, my friend. You don't know anything. I appreciate you stopping by. That's what I always appreciate it. Holy blank. Giant fans are dream come true and they just fired. They didn't fire Dave Gettleman, did they? I was like, now you're going to make me go to Google. They fired Dave Gettleman. I might stay on all night. I don't think they did. Great. Now you make me Google this. No, they didn't fire him. I will tell you this. You got me to look. I was like, maybe it was like the Mets Midnight Massacre. And they fired him. But no, of course they didn't fire him. Oh, my God. What do we got else? We got anything else here, guys? I'm going to check out for the night. I'm getting tired. I'm tired, guys. I had to look. All right, guys. All right, guys. I'm losing my voice here. We're closing it out for the evening. Thanks, everyone, for stopping by for the rant. It was fun as always. We're going to try to have a new video up tomorrow, of course. And if not, we'll have one up the day after that. we will still do our 11 a.m. stream. Maybe we'll do a call-in stream. Like I said, onlineBigBlue@gmail.com. Hope everyone has a good night. Mark, Logic Finest, everyone stay safe. Mr. Sinatra, thank you, my friend. Thank you, Jam. I appreciate it. Saeed, have yourself a good evening. Thank you, Double Easy. I'm glad I could feel a little bit. I'm feeling a little bit better. Zach, I'll talk to you. I will definitely, you'll be in the chat tomorrow. I know that. So that's always great because I always love reading your comments. I appreciate everyone stopping by. Hope everyone, my paisan, have a good evening. Glad you could make it in. Hope everything's going well with you. Mike Lee, I will see you tomorrow. I'll talk to you tomorrow. It's like I'm going to call all you people. Just leave me your number. I'll just call everyone personally. It'd just be a lot easier than making videos. All right, guys, I'm checking out of here. So have a good night. And you know what? It's got to get better, I guess. That's my pearl of wisdom for the night.